Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the Promised Neverland episode 11, and dare I say, this was straight up fire. Like, so much like great balls of fire. This was so much fire in this. It got us, it makes you want to burn it down, and they burn it down. Oh my God. And if you and not only if you look at the opening, if for those of us who watched the Promised Neverland opening over and over again, you guys notice that the title. I mean, you do notice the one of the lyrics it says fire, and they actually set the house on fire. Brilliant, brilliant method right there. Brilliance. Now, episode 11. Wow, can you imagine next week is the end of the Promised Neverland? We've come a long way of this show. We've come a long, long way. Filled with betrayal, trust, prison escaping, everything we know so much about the demons, the humans, the moms, all that stuff. We learned so much that it led to the episode 11. What we learned from this episode is that there's two MVPs for this episode, and you gotta give credit. You gotta give Emma and Phil. Now, okay, let's be real. Norman's departure, you can't like that state the obvious that he's not dead. Since Norman's departure, everybody's saying, "Oh, he's dead." He's not dead. I know it. You know it. Come on, think about it. Did you see a demon coming after Norman? No. So we can all agree on he ain't dead. Now, moving on to sorry about the shading of the background. It's a little dark. But let me continue with episode 11 with Ray setting himself on fire. Oh my God, we could make a lot of fire jokes in this one. We could all say like, oh, Ray is like the Sasuke of the group because Sasuke doing fireball techniques, so give Ray a fire technique. Like, he got his own fire style. Okay, that's it. Now, talk about a bold suicidal move. I mean, really, sacrificing himself, putting oil, Molotov and oil on his head. This guy he wants to burn it down, burn himself down. That is fucked up. He really wanted to do this. He really wanted to do everything he can to save everybody. And I get it, Ray's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but come on, Ray. Just think of Plan B. You really think killing yourself makes it better for all the fans out there, all the Ray fans? No, that's not gonna work. But leave it to the other kids, the side kids, Dawn, Gilda, the rest of the kids. They know everything from the get-go. These kids, they are fine actors. They make us believe that there is some emotion going on. Like, for example, when Emma was, after Norman's departure, you notice Emma and Ray, Emma's depression. She wasn't depressed. She was working on a strategy. So basically, the whole strategy been going on for the last two and a half months, thanks to Norman. And by God, you gotta thank Norman on this. When it comes to the smartest boys in anime, Norman takes the cake. Norman is the smartest. He's one of the smartest guys of 2019. Up there with, now for me, from the Rising of the Shield Hero. And if there's ever a point where you consider Norman as one of the top 10 smartest boys in anime, you gotta put him up there. You gotta put Norman up there with Shikamaru, L from Death Note, Lelouch, Light Yagami. You could put him up there with all the other smart guys up there, because Norman played this role 2.5 months ago. He planned everything ahead. He knew it was gonna happen. He knew that Ray is gonna burn himself. He knew this. He knew everything from the get-go. So guys, again, you gotta give Norman credit. He's the MVP as well for planning everything that happened 2.5 ago. That was it. Now, Emma took a bullet. And by a bullet, I mean cutting her ear and hiding it. That is deadly. I mean, just imagine you're cutting your own ear off. That is nasty to see it. I mean, yeah, Saw, a horror movie done it. But seeing it, we didn't. But Emma cutting her ear and Ray, that is so freaking nasty. It was badass. And Dawn and Gilda, the little kids, they plan all they know everything from the get-go. From the moment Sister Crone arrived, hearing the conversation Sister Crone had with Norman and Emma, they heard every little thing that was going on. Now, this is one big prison break, okay? Like, this is one hell of a prison break these kids are putting themselves through. But when they get to that other side of the wall, they're going to be so much worse than Made in Abyss. They're going to go out there and see all those demons. And I'm like, oh, here we freaking go. Here we freaking go. But now, about episode 11 as well, Mom, she didn't know. She didn't know that Ray was dead. I mean, the kids, like I said, they were acting to the core. I mean, Ray, when Emma slapped Ray in the face, that is the definition of a good slap. Okay, let me be honest. There are some anime characters, when it comes to slapping faces in anime, it depends on the character. If there's a character that abused the slap so hard, like hit their kids or hit anybody with that slap, I hate them. Like the mother from Erase or the abusive Ashikabi from Sekirei. Those slaps, they don't deserve the slap. Now, slaps in general, where there's like Takeshi slapping Ray in the face in high school dead, I can understand that. Or when Ruri slapped Natsuo in Domestic Girlfriend, I could take that too. When Emma slapped Ray, that was more of a wake-up call. The moment Emma slapped Ray in the face, that was more of a wake-up call, and I'm like, you're damn right. He deserved that slap. Because she don't want Ray to die. Come on, Ray dies, it's only Emma. Emma's going to be the leader. And Emma's not good of a leader. We get that. But when they, the whole setup thing with Ray setting on fire was a joke for Mom. Because she, you about to see her backstory as to why Mom cares about the kids even more. Emma planted a dead body, and not only that, forcing Ray to escape with their ears closed, and Ray and Emma pretending to scream for Ray like, Ray, no! That is some fine acting. And it was their way to escape. Now, it was their way to escape, and Mom's expression throughout this, she's a good mom. Okay, Isabella's playing a good role as being a good mom, and she did. Being that the kids are escaped, there's no turning back. But leave it to Phil. That little boy Phil, this is why I said Phil the MVP. He didn't ran with the kids. He stayed with Mom. He stayed with Mom to the point where he's brave, he's mature enough to handle the things that's gonna happen. That's why most of the kids stayed with Mom. And I applaud Phil on staying. Most kids will leave with Emma and Ray, but Phil, he decided to stay. Taking a bullet for the team, staying with Mom. You gotta give him props. You gotta give Phil props. And who knows? Maybe one day Phil could be at this age he in. Phil could be like the next Norman for all we care. He could probably be the next Norman. But truth be told, for a brave little boy like himself, Phil is staying. And I like how he's been doing that the entire episodes. Pretending to be funny, smart. Okay, he may not be smarter than Ray. He may not be smarter than Norman. But the way he's portraying himself as a fun-loving boy who just like to have fun and staying with Mom, pure heroic genius. And that's what I respect Phil in this episode. I kind of respect him for that, and I did. So, this episode was straight fire, like literally, based off the opening of the song, when it's like fire, and then you have them setting the place on fire. That is straight up genius right there. I mean, come on, the match right there. I mean, come on, that is straight perfect. Oh my God! And the way Emma and Phil portraying the roles just to get Ray out of just get his mind back on track really paid off, and I respect that. So, do I consider Emma to be like up there when it comes to best girls of this winter 2019? Not really. Probably top 5 or so, but still Emma being the nice actress that she is, pretend Ray's death, really spot on. And the way she cut her ear for the team, she took that's like taking a bullet, and I respect that. Dawn and Gilda played a good role, and I do respect those two. They may not be the sharpest tool of the shed, but they played a big role from the beginning. These whole prisoners were acting to the core since Norman departure, and they played it really well. I mean, not Norman departure, since the Chrome arrived. So it was really, really spot on. And these kids finally understanding what's going out there. So next week, episode 12, which is the last episode, which I'm sad for. But still, if you guys really want to see what's going to happen, read the manga. Truth be told, you guys are going to read the manga, which I doubt y'all will. But you guys will read it because of the things that they're going to bring up on. So get ready for that. Or you just want to be hyped up for next week. So let's see how this works out for next week of The Promised Neverland.